everybody, and welcome to this journaling video. I haven't done like a proper video in forever, and I thought I would sit down and do something because I have this journal. We're into March right now, and I have done absolutely nothing in my journal. They're pretty much just both blank. I did a tiny bit of lists in here of things I need to remember, but basically blank. And I have really been avoiding journaling, so that's something we're going to deal with today. I can pull these out of the cover because I've got these two giant journals shoved in here, and I don't know if I will continue to have both of them in one cover or not. I'm just testing it out. So I have two journals here. This one is an Archer and Olive with their plaid design. This is the first Archer and Olive that I have ever owned, and it is just that is not an attractive binding there, and luckily it's just like it's that one spot in the book where it's like that, and it's not even like the center of the book really. I guess it's kind of in the middle, but yeah, that doesn't make me feel very safe and secure, but it's okay. This will still work for what I have gotten it for, which is kind of note-taking, business idea stuff, brain dump kind of journaling, commonplace book kind of stuff. This one I didn't get until just a little bit ago because it was on back order, so there was a wait for this one. This is Mellow Days. It is from France, so if you're not in France, know that it can take a little while for it to get to you, but I wanted to try out this journal because it has watercolor paper in it. So, and it does have the dot grid on it, but it's really faint, so the dots are not like super distracting. But I got this one to be my art / travel journal, and I haven't really been on any trips yet this year. My first like proper photography road trip thing is in May, but I'm also doing 13 Moons and running that this year, and so really this should have, it doesn't have January because I didn't have it in January because these weren't available for order yet unless you had gotten them way last year. But so those journaling spreads that I had intended to do as part of 13 Moons should be in here, and you can see they are not. And it's not so much blank journal syndrome. I don't want to ruin my journal, as it has been just zero energy and zero brain space for doing fucking anything. So today, to kind of get over that, I thought I would just take and take my watercolors and just put some color down on this paper and play with it and see how it works. As soon as I find a brush that does not matcha. So yeah, if you want, you can sit and watch me just slap down some colors on here. And I will probably just use what is in the mixing tray on my palette over here, because we're just making marks. We're not trying to paint a picture or do anything pretty at all. Just making some marks. And we can see how this paper reacts, how much water it handles, because it's not a super thick watercolor paper, but it is a watercolor. So we'll just kind of see what happens. And these are just paints that are just all mixed together from being on my palette. I only have one water. I don't have a clean water because I can't find any of my cups. You know, like, how can you not find your water cups? It's just a dish that you can put water in, which I'm sure I could find something. But at one point I did have specific dishes. And it has been so long since I have touched my colors, my watercolors, and all my fun, lovely art supplies that I don't know where those things are anymore. So, yeah. Oops, sorry, I'm bumping into things. I tried to rearrange my desk and move things to give myself more space. And because I have zero storage, all I managed to do was to create a tiny little corner of space to try and cram everything into. And it is slightly better than what I had before. And slightly not. So, yeah. I'll get some of these drips and runs. I like drips and runs. But so you can see, I didn't like clip the paper down. So you can see it is curling up a little bit. But I do have this paper pretty wet. Pretty wet. Just some color on there because we don't care. So let it put some paint on the other side. Because like I said, all we're doing right now is somewhere I have a little clippy thing for holding pages open, but I don't know where that is at the moment. So all of my stuff is like put away, lost, chaos, whatever. I'm just like sprinkling a little bit of salt so it will soak up some of the water and put a little texture. And I poured out way too much salt as usual. But yeah, so it does curl up. Like I said, it is watercolor paper, but it isn't like a super thick, heavy paper. But I'm pretty sure if I had my little clippy things and just like clipped it down to help hold everything open, that it would be totally fine. And that would be okay. Now this Archer and Olive, I have been using this Metropolitan refillable pen. I'm just making a massive fucking mess with salt in it. And it can bleed a little bit. With this ink, it has Noodler's black ink in this pen. Yeah, so I have, this being my first Archer and Olive, like, I've seen a lot of people using them in their videos, and I'm telling you, like, I have mixed feelings about this. And at this moment, even though I've just started on it, I have a feeling that the Mellow Days will probably turn into my go-to journal for most things. But like I said, this is just like bringing up, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's okay if it looks a little janky. It doesn't have to be super perfect, but you can see like the ink was still wet when I closed the page, so it stuck over there a little bit. I'm not super concerned about that. But yeah, you can see it's not, with this pen, there's not like really any ghosting or anything like that. The pages are thick enough. But yeah, the only thing wasn't super excited about is this right here, which I will probably end up putting some tape over that. I think I'll put some washi tape over it right now, maybe. Let's see. All my washi tapes are put away. I am going to walk away. I have more washi tapes, but this is the one I could find, so that is a wider one. Oh my gosh. Sometimes we can just put this right down like that, can't we? At the end, that's okay. It's not perfectly centered, and that is also okay. I wonder why. Okay. So there. That's better. Now I don't have to look at that very disturbing looking binding. That was really bothering me. That is not ever what I want to see when I crack open a book or journal or anything that is supposed to be nice and good. But yeah, like the whole rest of it is just fine. It's just that one spot. Little pocket here. I don't really keep things in the little pockets of the journals, but just put that there. Waste not, want not. You can just like see. It looks like he's looking at. What the hell is this list? Yeah. So see, problem solved. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at this one. So I'm going to salt on. So it's not 100% dry. It's still damp, so you can see it's starting to lay back out. So when the book is closed, it's gonna totally press flat and be fine. And I can do more decoration of some sort on this page. I really wish I had a little mini printer. I have a mini photo printer, so I probably will put some photos on here. But like where I could put more collagey things. That's what I need. I need collagey things. Oh, see, hey, these do fit in here. Oh, this is, if you're wondering, it's one of my pinhole photos of some kilns that we visited. Talk about that in a different video. But yeah, just put something on the paper, some colors, some marks. I have pens and all kinds of things. And here's the thing, I always want to do things that I don't have the supplies to do. And that is part of my avoidance procrastination. Be like, oh, well, I can't journal because I don't have these collage papers I want, which is complete nonsense. Yeah. Do I have? I'm gonna get a bunch of water over here on my palette. I need to find all my supplies. This is what happens when you pack your supplies up for like an emergency thing and then you never unpack them because everything is ridiculous. And then you can't do the things that you want to do because all your stuff is packed away. And you're like, well, I had to pack it up for emergency evacuation. Well, yes, you did. But also, emergency evacuation was years ago, and you're still using it as an excuse. It's not really... I use old credit cards for making marks and things on my paintings. Gift cards, whatever sort of things that you have. And it works really well. You can make some lovely little landscape things. Let's go in this one. Add some more pink there. But yeah, see how nice that is? Easy peasy. I'm gonna get this wet on this side also. And just let that go off this way. this line because it's so harsh over here. So we're just gonna get some water on there. That. Run a little bit so it's not such a harsh line. Okay, and here's where we're at. Lovely little journal background, marks in the book, ready for some pictures, for some thoughts, for whatever. It's no longer a new pristine journal. Win. Right. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more journaling videos like this and watch me go, hopefully fill up this whole book.